If you have Capricorn ruling the first house, what does this say about the way you show up in the world? We're going to look at this today, including the gifts that you bring, the natural strengths that you show up with, including the things that are so easy for you, you don't realize that that's how you come across. We're also going to look at the ways that people can sometimes project onto you with this placement, the assumptions they might make, how you can best work with that, and how you can use what's easy for you in the most helpful ways. Welcome, I'm Rachel Hardy. This is a series on house rulership. We're using the whole sign house system to look at all the areas of your life. And the first house describes how we show up in the world. It's like you walking down the street, your physical appearance, how you appear to other people, what other people see and assume as soon as they meet you. All of this is governed and described by your first house. So Capricorn is symbolized by the mountain goat, climbing the mountain diligently, dutifully, reaching the top, getting it done. This is a sign of mastery, of hard work in the best possible ways. Doesn't need to mean overwork, and we'll talk about that. But a sign of dutifully, diligently putting in the effort to competently make things happen. That's what Capricorn does. There can be a seriousness, a stoicness to Capricorn. Challenges can involve not letting yourself play or be as free as you would like. But there is a very powerful, grounded, capable, confident energy to Capricorn. So if this energy is placed on your first house, this is how you show up in the world. Now, it's always important to remember that the rest of the chart is going to describe a full picture of you. And sometimes there can be placements that are strong enough to actually override or even overshadow the first house rulership. So this is certainly not the only thing describing how you show up in the world, but it's a really key piece. And with Capricorn here, there is a way that others will feel your energy of weighted groundedness, responsibility, capability, work ethic, getting it done, even before you say a word. This can clearly be a benefit when you bring it in a conscious way to a job interview, to a meeting where you want to bring a quality of responsibleness, resourcefulness, someone who can be relied on. All of this is very naturally there for you. You just bring this natural sense of responsibility, structure, long-term thinking. With this, you may have had to unlearn perfectionism or inner pressure, because you can see how this would also bring a certain pressure or sense of, needing to be enough, needing to prove when you are relying on it from a place of overgiving or overserving. So that's one of the challenges that you want to be aware of with this placement, is that you are here to naturally be your capable, grounded self in the world, but you also don't need to prove yourself. You also don't need to do more. And one of the challenges of this placement is that you come across as very composed, self-contained, reliable, and it might be a challenge to ask for support. People may assume that you don't need anything because you come across as having it all together. This can be helpful to just be aware of, so that you can know that when you need support, you may need to directly ask for it. You may need to spell it out a bit for people, because by default, they're likely to just assume you've got it under control. You're doing fine. You've got it together. So there's a gift here and a challenge. People can sometimes project stability or competence or leadership onto you. Again, this is a really powerful placement when you know how to work with it. But you also don't need to take on the projections of others. You don't need to take on a leadership role if it's not aligned. And part of learning your placements and the way your astrology chart describes you is consciously interacting with, here's the energy that I naturally am. How's it showing up for me? And where is it like, no, that's something that someone is seeing and putting on me, and I don't need to take that on. With this placement, the invitation is to look at where others may be projecting either responsibility or capability or getting it done, or even leadership in a way that maybe you just don't need to lead in this moment. Maybe it's time to take care of you. So recognizing when that's the case and choosing. That's the bottom line of all of this. You get to choose. There's often a maturity beyond your years with this rising sign because life might have handed you adult responsibilities early or made you work harder to feel secure. With this placement, the gift to take that experience and alchemize it into wisdom and sovereignty about how you show up with these gifts. Capricorn is an earth sign, practical, grounded, ambitious, and with that on the first house, this practicality often becomes like a part of your identity. You need to make things real. You're not satisfied with surface level talk. You want results, you want substance, and you have the ability to create them. You are someone who can probably organize chaos very well, hold a vision, and build it step by step. Capricorn rising folks can often feel like late bloomers. There's a strong influence of Saturn with this placement. And Saturn is the planet of structure and time and karmic growth. And if it's felt like a challenge, like things are moving slowly, know that you grow into your power as you mature. You're here to master something, and often that takes a little bit longer because what you're bringing is worth it, is deep, is real. It has substance. So, to wrap this up, you don't need to prove anything to be valuable. You're not here to earn love through your accomplishments. The deeper journey of Capricorn rising is learning how to be supported, how to soften the armor when it's right to do so, how to trust your own pace without comparison to anyone else. You bring enough. What you're bringing is so powerful that you do not need to compare timelines or how fast things are going. Trust that inner vision. Trust what you're organizing and bringing. And know that in your highest expression, you're someone who embodies quiet strength, crystal clear discernment, soul-aligned leadership. And these are very powerful qualities and needed to bring to the world. Trust that. This is where the things you do might feel so easy that you don't realize how incredibly powerful and valuable these skills are. So I'm going to invite you, if this resonates, to reflect on the value that you're bringing, especially as we move into the second house in the next video and talk about how your second house is ruled by Aquarius. And we're going to throw a twist into the mix here with the way you bring value to the world. But let's start with landing you in the very valuable, practical groundedness of your Capricorn rising. Have at it, enjoy. I'd love to hear in the comments if you want to share with me how this placement shows up for you and how you are embodying it and evolving this energy and bringing it forward. I'll talk to you in the next training.